Hi Last Cloudians, and welcome to another Last Cloudia video. And today's video is gonna be a beginner's guide. So a brief introduction about myself. I've been playing the game since the release, which was on October 17, 2019. And I've been starting to stream and make videos of it a few months later. Never looked back since. I've been thoroughly enjoying the experience. So, there is a lot of unique factors about the game, which can seem to be daunting at first. So therefore, I've decided to come up with a Xez Guide 2021. Okay, anyways, right, before that, I would like to credit this to a lot of information that I've got from this awesome community, right, which is from the Last Cloudia Discord and Last Cloudia Reddit, and people that come to my stream, right, for all this period of time. So thank you for all the information. And so if you are looking for tips and tricks, right, or to learn the basics of the game, okay, to eventually become a pro, this will be the video that you will want to be watching. Alright, without further ado, let the guide begin. Now, a big part of the game is on managing resources, and they are all located at the top of your screen most of the time. They are gold, blue, and red souls, and of course, orange orbs. Now, orange orbs is the only resource that regens with time. With events, you might get orb recoverers, or you can refresh them with gems. Not recommended for now till you know the game better, so you don't waste your gems. As you would have already noticed, there's no stamina in the game, which means you can get to play anytime, every time. In some sense, the more you play, the more progression you get. But what are some of the more important progression at the start? First up, story mode. Yes, I know. It's pretty straightforward, like in most games, right? Well, yes. So what it looks like for this is a few things. Soul spots. These little things on the map, which you will have to click on them to get unlocked, only appears after you reach certain stages. Blue and red orbs are crucial, which I'll touch on later. Unlocks sub-quests for rewards. There will be times where some quests gives you some equipments or items which will aid you. An example would be Monster Collector's Manor. It gives you some materials after farming certain monsters. There are also treasure chests along the way that gives you useful items. Most chests are in plain sight, but there are some pesky ones hiding in the shadows. Keep an eye out for them. Gems. Yes, they give gems as rewards, but do not be too concerned about 3-starring them, as you can always come back to do it again when you are much stronger. Focus would be to get as far and as fast as you can. Then again, how do you do that? I mean, I'm trying, but the stages becomes too hard. I get that. Which is why what I'll be sharing next would make a difference. And that is friends. What do you mean? I have friends, of course, like 2 friends. High level friends in game. Now these people can or will be the ones that carry you through the walls which you will face and make everything a breeze. So spend those gems and unlock those friend spots. As friends that you can add from your list are tied with your level, adding people around your level aren't going to be helping too much. Therefore, to get high level friends, my suggestion is that you do that by asking politely in the LC Discord, Reddit, or jump onto my stream to make those friends. Of course, you have to earn them by making the first move to ask and be active. No one wants someone who doesn't log on to give them some gifts, right? You can choose your gift that you want, that is also part of it. I'll suggest friend points as they allow you to spin and win yourself some additional materials. Next, I'm going to be talking about the 3 most important resources at the start, which are gold, red, and blue souls. The main purpose to use gold for at the beginning is for leveling blue soul spots, tanks, and to enhance your characters. So before we talk about enhancements, right now the max level for red soul spot is 11 and for blue soul spots are 14. So get blues to around 10 and reds to at least 8 before trying to get your first few important arcs to level 10. And it's also to note, it's the best to start teaching skills of your arc when it's at level 10, instead of doing so multiple times when leveling. Why is leveling soul spots important? I just want to level my arcs and teach skills and kill! Well, I get that. I made the mistake early on in the game to find that I'm constantly lacking resources and progressing really slowly. So it's important that you get a decent supply of these resources before spending them, as they are the main places where you're gonna be getting these resources. Now let's see what are the uses of blue and red souls. Blue souls, required when you equip or leveling of certain arcs, and to level red soul spots. Similar for red souls. However, there's nothing like soul spots for red souls to be leveling, except for arcs. Do take note that there are some arcs which starts off needing blue souls to level, changes to red when it reaches level 6. No arcs change from red to blue. Now that that's cleared up, let's talk a little bit about building your characters. There will be different materials that you will find yourself needing to farm to get them stronger. Firstly is enhancements. Make sure that your units are not capped at a level. You should always find out what materials are needed for the next enhancement and start farming them beforehand. And of course, you also need quite a substantial amount of gold. Although levels are not the main priority, but it does hinder your progression. Awakening. It increases stats and improves your unit's ultimate. They consume unit souls, and you can't use mother souls for this. Hence, it's recommended that you get 2 awakenings, then increase unit's skill cost or SC to 45 or 50. So that your units can equip more skills. Then get to your 4th awakening. I would then focus on getting units to 80 SC before considering getting the 5th and 6th awakening. You can also use Mother Souls to unlock more skill costs. But that's totally up to you. You can get unit souls from dupes, conquer slots, which I recommend unlocking all of them with your crystals, as they provide good value in the long run. There's currently 2 places with Conquer, and each has 5 slots. There's also a chance of dropping souls in story stages if you play hard mode and above. So autoing in the hard mode stages gives you a chance for that. Next is what I feel the most important part which powers up your units the most, and that is the skill tree. This is where your unit's potentials are all hidden. Many new units right now all have very powerful passives and skills that make a big difference. So keep an eye out on what materials you need next on the tree and do some auto runs while you're watching Netflix. Events also provide a lot of these materials, hence it's also important to grab them rewards. You also find yourself needing certain materials like clusters and rainbow clusters, which are difficult to obtain. There are some stages in story mode that allows you to farm normal clusters, example, the famous Imperial Commander 3, for blue and green clusters. This stage only has 1 wave, perfect for overnight farming. Now for materials like rainbow clusters, you need to be farming ability gates. To maximize this farm, it will be best if you have a farmer yourself. Characters like Phantom Thief Robin, Zayax, Yashamaru, and Chrome. I would mostly only bring in my own farmer together with a high level friend with also a farmer. These farmers allows additional drops from monsters, hence increasing your chances of these drops. Very crucial for maximum efficiency. Similar for all the other gates, which you will want drops from. Right now, multis provide a very significant drop rate for such high level materials. And when I mean multi, I mean multiplayer. It is even better than farming gates solo. I'm not sure if this will continue in the future, as multi just got released, hence do take advantage of that for now. Next, I'll be touching on another important aspect of the game, which is arcs. As you might already know, arcs itself does have hidden goodies. If you see sparkles on your arcs, click on them and you'll get some materials. So click away. Do note that these items increase based on your arc percentage, which is what I'll be talking about next. Arc Eater rewards. Now this border on the side represents how many of such sparkles you'll get. I believe the last item will be at 80%. And at 100%, you'll be rewarded with an Arc Eater reward or AER. Most of the time, these are equipments and accessories, and AERs of SSR arcs are usually the most powerful items in the game. How do you get the percentage then? One way is to pull dupes of the arc. You get 5% per one, and 10% if it's on a banner. Don't worry, this is not the only way. Another is to use this item called Ethereons. You can't farm this, but it's given out as rewards ever so often, so keep an eye out for them. Now lastly, there's also a way to grind this, and that is by equipping the arc and using it on a stage. There's a slight chance of increasing this number by 0.1%. So you'll want to farm this overnight with a team of 3 units and putting the arcs on each of them. Now remember, keep the arcs at level 1 so you don't waste your orbs and auto away. 3 fantastic arcs to start off your journey are Shrine of Heresy SR, Red Moon R, and Pirate Ship SSR. The first 2 are meant for fast casting for your mages, which works wonders for them. And the bangle from the pirate ship helps a lot with your farming. Now tours are, a good way to get yourself some free materials along the way. You need to be fulfilling certain requirements to improve your chances of better drops. But don't worry too much of this at the start. Alchemy Lab. This is where you can exchange for materials, which I find it useful for new players. If you level it up, you can trade for different materials if you wish. I wouldn't bother too much about equipment enhancements for now. This is what I have for you all new players. Hope this is helpful for you and have a perfect start to Last Cloudia. Do like and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. I do stream on Twitch, so if you have any other questions, do feel free to pop by. I'll be leaving some links below which will help you in your game too. Please leave a comment if you found anything that I missed which will help the new players too. Thank you all for watching, and may the Force be forever in your favor. Xez here, see you in the next video.